Haejin, who was beautiful and popular as a child, but she becomes unpopular and unattractive when she grows up. Ji Sung-joon was an unattractive boy with low self-esteem, but grows up as a handsome and successful editor. The two were childhood first loves who decide to meet again as adults. But Sung-joon was unable to recognize Haejin. Embarrassed by how she looks, she asks her best friend Min-ha-ri to pretend to be here for a one-time meeting with Sung-joon. But things get complicated when Haejin starts working at the same company as Sung-joon and has to pretend she doesn't know him. Sung-joon is rude and insensitive to Haejin at work. He doesn't know who she is, and all he sees is a clumsy and dysfunctional annoyance. Sung-joon also runs into Ha-ri again, and she ends up continuing to pretend to be Haejin. But it becomes difficult for her when she starts to unwillingly develop feelings for Sung-joon, and confesses that she wants to be his girlfriend. Meanwhile, Sung-joon slowly warms up to Haejin and spends more time getting to know her. It gets harder for him to ignore the little doubts that crop up whenever she reminds him of his childhood friend. His conflicted feelings aren't making his life any easier, and he ends up firing Haejin over someone else's mistake. After learning about his error, he apologizes for his behavior and asks her to rejoin the company. Before rejoining, Haejin gets a professional makeover and shocks everyone with her new polished appearance. Ha-ri is making herself sick from stress. She clearly hasn't eaten or slept in days. This is all because she can't bring herself to tell Sung-joon the truth. She decides to write it down in a letter to Sung-joon. Haejin is assigned an article. She takes an unsafe car for an interview. Sung-joon rushes to find Haejin when he hears of an accident of a female driver on the news. He arrives at the scene terrified, but is relieved beyond words to see her safe. And he enfolds her in a desperate hug. Haejin reflects on Sung-joon's changed behavior and decides to tell him the truth about their friendship. When she follows him, she is shocked to see him approaching Ha-ri, calling her by Haejin's name. Feeling betrayed, Haejin leaves. Sung-joon feels guilty towards Ha-ri for not being true with her. She fails to give Sung-joon the letter. Later at home, instead of confronting Ha-ri about what she saw, Haejin decides to trust her and to come to her in her own time. Next day, Sung-joon makes several attempts to discuss his feelings with Haejin, but she is too nervous and escapes every time. Until at night when she bumps into him at his building. He invites her for tea where he finally admits how he began to like spending time with her. But caring about her made him feel like a bad person, so he tried to dislike her. But after last night, he can't deny it anymore and acknowledges that something about her shakes him up. Sung-joon reaches Ha-ri's workplace earlier than planned. He sees her photo on a plaque with her real name. He confronts her and shows no interest in her explanation. All he wants to know is who is the real Kim Haejin. He walks away without a second thought, leaving Ha-ri crying. Sung-joon calls Haejin and starts to cry as he says he missed her. He asks her to meet him. She runs to the crossroad to see him, where he pulls her around by the arm and happy tears roll out as he finally knows who she really is. He takes her face in his hands and examines her closely, and finally recognizes his childhood friend, his first love.